people, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, welcome. If you're a regular viewer, thank you so much for coming back. I really appreciate your presence. I appreciate your support. I appreciate all the love you show me. Thank you so much for showing up again. If this is your first time, thank you so much for coming. I'm so happy to have you here in my YouTube family. It's so amazing for me to share my life stories with you guys, share my path with you guys, and I just pray that it inspires someone and helps someone to have that zeal to do things. Go for it, do it. If you know me, I am a go-getter. I inspire people, young girls like myself, to go for what they really want, chase their dreams and achieve their heart's desires. So guys, today is a very beautiful day, cuties. Like, I have an amazing something to share with you guys. I know most of you have been asking me how my experience in Italy has been so far, and most of you are thinking of coming to Italy and you're quite unsure of the whole situation as regards the whole pandemic, okay? And most of you have been reaching out to me asking, how is it over there in Italy? We all know at the beginning of this whole pandemic situation, Italy was really struck. It was struck really hard with the virus, and we are just recovering, okay? But now there is a second wave. So today I'm about to share with you like how the second wave has been so far with us here in Italy, what's going on, what to expect if you get here these days. And a quick disclaimer, guys, this information I'll be sharing with you in this video is accurate as of this date, as of today. Okay, today is the 21st. A moment. 22nd rather of November, so this information is accurate as of today. Things might change, things change on a daily basis, so if it changes I will keep you guys updated, but as of now this is what is happening in Italy. So if you're thinking of coming to Italy for school, for work, for studies, or some other things, for business, whatever it is, this is what you're going to encounter if you come. So the first thing is that we are undergoing a second wave of the coronavirus in Italy. I know most European countries and most other countries, maybe the US and other places, are having a second wave of the virus. So here in Italy as well, we have a second wave of the pandemic. Okay, we are about 2 weeks or more into it, if not more. Okay, so here in Italy what happens is that to move around, okay, you need to have with you what we call auto-certificazione. It's an Italian word for like an auto-certification or a self-declaration document to show that you don't have any COVID symptoms and you have not been in contact with anyone who has COVID symptoms or any COVID patients within the past let's say 2 weeks at least. Okay, so you have to declare this. It's just a form where you have to tick some boxes, put in your personal details and sign. Okay, so to move around you must have this document. One thing you must have with you is a document showing where you're going to. In terms of if you're a school, you should have if you are a student, you should have your student ID on you. If you're a worker, you should have a work contract on you showing where you're going to. And most workers actually are being encouraged to work from home if they can. For example, those who don't have like physical businesses in terms of shops or offices, they can work from home if they can. Okay, so most people are actually encouraged to work from home. You must carry something showing where you're going to. You can't just moving around anyhow. Okay, so that's the second thing you must have along with you as you move around. Of course, this second pandemic situation is not as strict or as big as the first one was. As we all know, during the first pandemic or the first lockdown, okay, we had the strict restrictions. No one was allowed to go out. It was really very strict. But now I think things ease up a bit, and people are now allowed to go out for essential activities in terms of food, in terms of work or school if you're a student. But this is actually just for primary school students, that's for the lower levels, because most uni students are still currently attending their lessons online via Zoom, Teams, or whatever website they use. But everything is currently online for most uni students. The problem is with the primary school kids who can't really follow their lessons online. They are still allowed to go to school, okay, and only one person can actually accompany the child to school or pick them from school back home, okay. Usually you would have maybe both parents or maybe grandparents or maybe babysitter and parents go pick up the kids, but only one person is allowed to get into the school environment and pick up kids or bring them home from school. However, kids are still going to school, schooling is still going on, but then most non-essential activities are shut down for the moment. I think most churches are now done online from home and stuff like that. Most will work from home as of now, and yeah, people are still allowed to go out for grocery shopping, if that's because that's considered essential. People can't stay without food. Otherwise, everyone is required to stay at home, okay. And then the other thing happening now is that on the public transport, right, in terms of the buses, the tram, the tube, that's the underground train, I think that was like in August or maybe early September, people were allowed to occupy all the seats on public transport, buses or this means of public transport. They were allowed to occupy all the seats. There was no social distancing. I think that was removed, okay. That's when the cases were declining, but now we have really many new cases. Things are getting worse, so this social distancing idea has been reinforced again. So we now have the 1 meter distance being respected, okay. So this is a new thing. It was there before, it was removed, and now it has been reinstalled. And people normally to put on their mask, although before people were told to put on mask while in public places, in terms of churches, schools, gatherings where there are many people, markets. But now people are required to put on their mask even when they are in private places, or even if you are out of course in your house you can stay without the mask, okay. But then if you are out of your house, even if you are in a place where there are not that many people, you are still required to put on a mask, okay, because no one knows. Things are changing every day and new developments may come up concerning the virus and its mode of transmission. So we just want to prevent ourselves. If you're out of the house, visit someone maybe in their home for one reason or the other, okay, you are required to put on your mask while in their home, because we don't want the virus spreading from one family to the other, okay. I know we hear very funny stories. I'll tell you a funny story I heard the other day. I mean, I don't know if it happens where you are, but here it's quite common for people to run away from quarantine homes or to leave quarantine homes when they discover that they are coronavirus positive. Is quite common. It's something I hear today. It's happening here. It's quite rampant, okay. So it really puts the population at risk, because if you are infected, I mean, the right and moral thing to do is to stay at home, is to self-quarantine, take the medications you're being given and get better, get free of all the symptoms. Even if you have to have a relapse, it should be a matter of fact. It should not be a matter of that you run away from the quarantine system or the quarantine home. It should be that, okay, maybe you got reinfected, okay, that's understandable. But if you're running away from the quarantine home, it's not good. It's not good, guys. It's really not good. So we really try to reach out. I really try to encourage those who are positive, those who have caught the virus in one way or the other. It's not the end of the world. Take the treatment. Scientists are working day and night to come up with an antivirus and a treatment for it or cure for it or whatsoever. So there is still hope. There is no point running away from quarantine homes. Okay, guys, so basically that's what's happening here in Italy. If you're planning to come here, for whatever reason, for visit, work, or travel, it can only be after this period. Okay, another thing happening is that people are not allowed to go away from their place of residence, if that makes sense. So here, if you are born, say, in a city, you are considered a resident of that city. Your residence shows that you are living there, so you are not allowed to travel out of your city of residence, no matter for whatever reason, unless it's something really essential and a matter of urgency. If it's an emergency, okay, you are allowed to, but you can't just get up and go to visit some other city at this point in time. It's not allowed. But if you are going back home, say maybe the virus, the whole lockdown happened when you were away from home and you are going back to your city of residence, you are actually allowed to go back. Okay, you can go back because you'll be going home at that point in time. But if you are already home, you can't move out of your city of residence. And cities here or provinces, they have been given colors depending, not given, they are actually attributed to certain colors depending on the level of the virus in that place. So for example, in Milan, okay, in Lombardy, it is considered as a red zone. This means that the number of cases here are quite high. They are higher than other places. I think we also have the yellow zone, orange. I don't really master those much. But then if you are in a red zone, all of these things I've listed in this video really applies to you. So if you want to come to Milan, right now it's not possible to travel here unless it is an emergency. But then I know people always find their way around it somehow, but the original rule is that to curb the spread of the virus, people are not allowed to travel to and from red zoned areas. Okay, so this is it. That was it for you. I really hope I've not left out anything. Okay, that's actually what is happening here. However, these days are here, the cases are actually dropping, new infections are reducing, so we might have lockdown measures being eased up a bit in the coming days. However, things are as they are now. And in hospitals, one last thing is that in hospitals, most elective surgeries have been put forward to later dates, because elective surgeries, if you don't know, are surgeries that are being planned. They are planned surgeries. They are actually not emergencies. So most of them have been put forward to different dates in the future when they have been able to handle already the coronavirus cases they have in the hospitals. So that's what's happening, guys. And I'll keep you guys updated if you want to know what's happening in the forthcoming days as far as Italy and the whole coronavirus situation is concerned. Please drop your comments, questions, additions down in the comment section below. And this has been Petra, okay, and I really hope to see you guys in my next video. Please do well to subscribe. Click on the red button below the video so you can subscribe. When you subscribe, you'll be able to get my videos, get access to them and watch them. And don't forget to press on the notification button just around the subscribe button so that YouTube can actually let you know each and every time I post a new video. Okay, I post videos on faith, health and lifestyle for Milan, Italy. Thank you guys, and I can't wait to see you in my next video. Take care, stay happy, stay safe, and I wish you nothing but love, joy, happiness, and success in all you do. Guys, bye!